Hello, everyone, and welcome to Keepers of Humanity. We are delighted to bring you the voices of indigenous wisdom keepers, spiritual guides, healers, shamans, revolutionaries, and visionaries who hold the keys, codes, wisdom, and secrets that are needed right now in order to give you access to the eternal cosmic consciousness, to guide you on how to break free from old stagnant patterns and transform them into new perspectives, perceptions of what is possible here in the miracle realm of Earth, so that together we can construct a bright and vibrant future with its foundation solidly rooted in love, compassion, joy, and truth. I'm Dr. Marie Mbuni. I'll be your host and guide for this interview. And today I'm delighted and honored to present Grandmother Flordemayo. Born the youngest of 15 children in the highlands of Central America, Grandmother Flordemayo, whom I love, was found at an early age, like others in her family. She was found to have the gift of sight, and by age 4, she was being trained in the art of curanderismo, which has been handed down from mother to daughter for many, many generations. Grandmother Flor de Mayo now lives in New Mexico, and she's a frequent presenter at national and international conferences and events, universities, and colleges. And since 1999, she has been a part of the Wisdom of the Grandmothers Foundation. And currently, in addition to her independent work as a universal healer, featured speaker, and woman of prayer, she is the founder of The Path. Grandmother Flor de Mayo is a founding member of the 12 generations of beautiful wisdom that has been passed down over and over and over. And her Mayan heritage is a keystone to her heart. Grandmother Flor de Mayo is also the founding member of the Church of the Spiritual Path, the Confederation of Indigenous Elders of the America, the Institute of Natural and Traditional Knowledge, the International Council of 13 Indigenous Grandmothers, and the Mother Earth Delegation of United Indigenous Wisdom. Wow. Grandmother Flor de Mayo, I'm so honored for your time and your generosity for being here.
Thank you so very much, Marie.
Yes,
It's a great honor for me to be here with you at this moment, and it's a great honor to be here with everyone in the four directions. Thank you so much.
our topic today that Grandmother Flor de Mayo will share with us is the vision of the golden child. And she is here ready to share so much wisdom. However, Grandmother Flor de Mayo, could you please open us with a prayer before we dive into our conversation?
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. Beloved Creator, beloved Mother, Father, you are the heart of the heavens, beloved Creator, the heart of the earth. Beloved Spirit of all that exists, beloved, Spirit of our ancestors, Spirit of the sacred elements of life, beloved Mother, the Spirit of the earth, Spirit of the fire, Spirit of the water, Spirit of the wind, beloved Creator. You have created us, each and every one of us, all that lives, all that grows, all that walks, all that crawls, all that flies, are affected by these elements, beloved Creator. These are the elements of life, and we are your children, beloved Creator. I thank you on this sacred day, beloved Mother, Father, the beauty of the midday, beloved Creator. This is the time in which I was born. I was born at midday, and it's a beautiful, beautiful time for me to remember and to think of coming to life in the middle of the day, at the height of the sun, beloved Creator. I thank you. I thank you for this. I want to thank, beloved Creator, each and every one that is listening right now, that we are at this moment in a circle of prayer. I'm going to hum to send the vibration of love to everyone in the four directions, to send the vibration of beauty, beloved Creator, into the four directions, to send the vibration of respect, beloved Creator, so that we could feel that in our hearts and we could share with everyone in the four directions all of life, beloved beauty. Mm-hmm. 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 Allowing these doors of dimension to open, beloved Creator, so that we can move between one and the other, existing in both, in the physical and the invisible, beloved Creator. Mm-hmm. 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 Reminding us that we are under this dome of a beautiful, beautiful pyramid of light, beloved Creator. I thank you for the incredible blessings that you give to us, and for us to remember the beauty of one with the Creator, beloved. Mm-hmm. 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 In the name of all that is sacred, I thank you, beloved Creator.
Thank you so much for this beautiful humming prayer and all the frequencies of love, of respect, of honor that you have been the channel for all of us listening here and all those who are around us. I still feel my heart vibrating and warming up to the power of the words and the hum. Thank you. Grandmother Flordemayo, I wanted to ask you to share with us what is a curandera espiritu. As I was reading your bio, that is a word, a term that we share about you and who you are and what you do. And some of our audiences are not really versed in what it is. And it will also be an opportunity to share a little bit of your story.
Absolutely. The Americas, South America, Central America, and I would say also Mexico, when the Spaniards came and they contemplated and gazed at the indigenous people in the areas of South, Central, and Mexico, they said to themselves, oh, son curanderos, they are curanderos. And the word, you can take the word and there are two definitions with that word. There's two words in there. Cura, which is to heal, and also cura, which is a priest. And you add at the end, dero, that translates to a man. And curandera, era, in the end, is a female. So in the Spanish language, what the definition is, it is a person of healing and also of prayer. That's the proper translation of the word. And so this word is a new word that we learned in the Spanish language. What it means when you say curandera espíritu, it gives you a little more definition of the type of healing that the person does. Because the word curandera is very general. It's all types of modalities. And so espíritu is specific to a person, male or female, that has the connection. And it doesn't mean that there's only a few people that have connection, but it means that there is something in the person that was born with the capacity to be in both places, to move very swiftly between the physical and the spirit. So, for example, when I started to do my prayer, as soon as I said, beloved, everything started to show in front of me. I saw the grandmothers. all of our grandmothers from all nations of life. So that was like the first thing. As soon as I go into prayer, I go into this mirror of invisible vision. And this is where I saw the also the pyramid above each and every one of us, this beautiful pyramid of life that was encapsulating us, and we're all inside this pyramid. And of course, when I do the humming, which we call murmurio, and murmurio comes from a word that is expressing a murmur, like a sound, an internal sound, a vibrational sound. And of course, it's very ancient. It's been with us from the beginning of time. So this murmurio, what it does is that it helps us to, to remember and to be one with all that exists. It takes us back into the arms of our ancestors. So for myself, from the time that I was very little, and I could remember expressing to my mother and my brothers and sisters. My father died when I was 2.5, between 2 and 2.5. And I remember seeing my father in the physical. Then I remember seeing my father when he passed, because we had the wake in the house. But then at night, I remember seeing my father in our bedroom. And so I spoke to my mom about this. And so these are my memories from that period. And of course, it became a support in my life, because my mom would ask me, what did I dream? What did I see? Or sometimes I might be gazing at something and I might be seeing something. And she would say to me, daughter, what are you seeing? And I would explain to her what I was seeing. So that this is what they call a person espiritu, which means that the person can go into that place of spirit. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I completely understand, because I'm like that as well. And I remember these kinds of experiences. And what I love is the way that you are including everyone, this inclusivity, that we all have something that can help us connect, even if some people have more of a, I'm going to call it a key to open the door. And also, I love how you speak with so much love, so much peace in your voice, which is one of the things that we need in these turbulent times. The vision of the keepers of humanity, when it came to us as I was meditating, was really creating a new map, creating a way for humanity to move forward with Gaia and with everyone. And as I was reading about you, I saw that you also had a vision, which is the vision of the golden child. And I was wondering if you could share with us about that.
Yes, this month of March, I'm celebrating the 14th year of the birth of the golden child. And 14 years ago, I was at a conference in California with two of my grandmother's sisters from the Council of 13 Indigenous Grandmothers. It was Grandmother Agnes Baker Pilgrim and also Grandma Mona Polaka. And the three of us were sharing a space. We had individual bedrooms, but we had a common living room. And so in sharing that space, I would say maybe it was the night that we came to at the beginning of the conference, and everyone was coming together. It was 140 people from around the world of all faiths, religion, and way of prayer. So everybody just came together that evening, 140 male and female of all different ages. And so that evening, I felt as if someone was coming into the room. And I sat up in my little bed and I crossed my legs and I sat in this lotus position and I waited. I waited for the spirit visitor that was coming into the room. And the visitor was this beautiful being. I had not seen anything like this. It was floating off the ground. It was just gliding. So it did not make any sounds of steps. It was just gliding. And it was really beautiful because there was like, in the room, there was like this cosmic air because the robe moved just very, very gently. Just enough for you to see that the presence of the glide and the movement of this being. And I looked at the feet and I looked at the body of this being, and it was this beautiful, beautiful, very red, deep red robe. But when I came up to see the upper part of the being, the head, there was no physical head. It was just light beaming out of the robe. And it started to come towards me. And it said to me once, Flordemayo, I have a gift for you. And at that time, I extended my hand to receive the gift. And the being came very close to me, almost to the point where I can touch this being, as far as I can move my hands. And so the being said to me, this is your gift. And it was this big, big, big egg. It was this beautiful brown egg. Just absolutely beautiful. It was so big that it was even almost hard for me to hold. But I was very, very happy to receive this. And as soon as I touched the egg, as soon as it went into my hands, I went into this immediate mantra and I became animated. And my hands started to move all around the egg. And the mantra was, "You are love. There's nothing but love. Love is all that there is." I mean, what beautiful, beautiful words. And so I started to energize the egg all around, on the bottom, on the top, and on each side. And I was moving very quickly. My hands were just very, very animated. I was, just moving very quickly. And before I know it, I am sitting in lotus position in the sky, holding my egg. And the more that I prayed, it was just this very, very, very rapid mantra. And my hands were moving very, very fast. And before I knew it, the outside of this brown egg started to fall apart. And it was falling like little specks of light. And so the outside shell of the egg partially started to fall out. And at the same time as I was praying and as I'm holding the egg, I could see the particles fall out of the egg and it fell on the earth. It was like showering on the earth. So I had the capacity to witness the egg and also to witness the beautiful fall of this energy on the earth. I continue my mantra and my hands continued to move. And before I knew it, the egg started to open. And inside the egg was a fully developed baby. It was like this incredibly beautiful, perfect baby. And the more that the baby was exposed, I then at that moment started to call my beloved mother. And I started my dialogue with the mother and said, "Beloved mother, there's a baby in this egg." And then I am speaking to her and I say to her, "Beloved mother," and the baby's feet are so beautiful. And the baby looked like it was maybe 6 months or 9 months, when the babies are in that age where they're very plumpy. And, they're still little ones. They're just moving around. They're not doing very much. So I started to see for the first time the little dimples on the baby's knees. And so I said, "Beloved mother, the baby has little dimples on its knees." And I said, "Oh, and these beautiful little thighs. Beloved mother, this baby is so beautiful," and everything about the baby. And the baby was responding to my voice. As more that I spoke and I shared with the beloved mother, the more that the baby moved around and showed its legs and showed its tummy, and I was in this constant dialogue about the baby. And I noticed that the baby had no genitalia. The baby was androgynous. And my voice, I remember my voice kind of changing into this different tone, and I said, "Beloved mother," I said, "the baby is androgynous." But it was so real and unreal at the same time. And so the baby started to move its little hands and little arms. And at one point, the baby lifted its shoulder, and I saw a tiny, tiny little wing in the back of the baby. And so my voice again changed, and I said, "Beloved mother, the baby has wings." And at that time, I saw the two little tiny baby wings in the back. But as I'm speaking at this moment, I realize that the baby has turned into a golden baby. And so what I expressed to the mother was, I can see the flesh of the baby, but there was a layer of gold over the skin. And so the baby was this golden baby at this time. And the wings on the baby were solid gold. They were not transparent like the baby's skin. I could see the transparency of the gold and then the color of the baby's skin. And so I started to then speak to the mother about the baby's face and the baby's hair, and how the baby's hair, the hair looked like strands of gold instead of hair. And so I noticed that the baby started to move its eyes, but the baby's eyes were almond, like almond eyes. They were very pronounced in the face. And so I said to the beloved mother, I said, "Beloved mother, the baby's eyes." It was so unusual about it, baby's eyes. It was like something I had not seen before. And finally, the baby opened its eyes. And when I saw the baby's eyes, the baby had the heavens inside the eyes. And when I saw the baby's eyes, I could see the stars kind of blinking inside the baby's eyes. The baby's eyes, they were solid blue with these sparkling stars inside. It didn't have like a pupil or anything like that. It was just this solid, beautiful, heavenly blue. And so I expressed to the mother that the baby's eyes, and just as I'm doing that, I feel myself going out of my body. And so I come out of my body through the crown of my head, and I'm holding on to the baby like this, looking at the baby's eyes, and I start traveling through the baby's eyes. I penetrate into the baby's eyes, and I go through the other side, which is the heavens. And so I spend all night long traveling in the heavens, and I came back into my body as the daylight started to come, as the first light of the dawn, just when you start seeing the dawn, the first light, where the night, you could still see the night sky, the blue and the stars, but there's this little blink of light in the bottom. And I looked at the time, and I thought to myself, wow, like, wow, I've been gone for, whatever amount of hours, 6, 7 hours. And of course, I'm still sitting in the lotus position. I'm still sitting in my bed. And and I was in this very, very deep state of grace. And I heard my grandmother's sisters saying to me, Flordemayo, we're going to do the morning prayer. You need to hurry up. But I couldn't. I couldn't even move. And so I never answered my grandmother's, but I could hear, the shower and the commotion of getting up and getting ready, and then the door kind of closed behind them. And I did not leave my room until sometime in the afternoon. So I was just in that place of grace and processing what I had experienced for those many hours. So when I finally went out of the building and to meet everybody at at the auditorium, I first saw the lady that was putting this conference together, and I shared with her the vision that I had. And she said to me, I would like for you to be the first presenter and share that with the group. And so I shared it with the whole energy, you know, that that I was still in that energy. And it was really, really beautiful. But what came out of that everybody shared is that this is who we strive to be as humans. This is who we are. This is who we become. And so that was really beautiful. It was the same interpretation from, different religions and different uh, people of prayer from different parts of the world. Yeah.
Yes, wow. Thank you so much. What a beautiful story. And your storytelling, I felt myself there with you. I felt like, I was going to travel through these eyes that had the infinite wisdom of the heavens, of the stars. The second part of the name of the summit is actually constellating wisdom from the stars to the earth, right? So there's such a beautiful symmetry here. And the other thing I love in what you said is a message of hope. This is who we are as humans. This is who we become as humans, right? Because one of the things that was also an inspiration for creating this global conference is that a lot of the people in the world feel lost. They have no trust. They have no hope into the future, right? And as I was reading about you, I saw something that really touched my heart, which is something you have created, which is the path and the keeping of the seeds. And I was wondering if you could share a little bit about that. I'm just so inspired by that work that you're doing.
The the vision was again, I'm taken into these places without walls, without any barriers. I can see clearly. I always say the beloved mother, there is a beautiful being that is very feminine. And so I listened to the voice, and this voice said to me, Flordemayo, I want you to make seed bundles for the children that are being born, and remind the parents that these seeds are also children and they need to be taken care of. And so this very feminine being sat in a rocking chair and was making these little bundles of seeds. And so this was the beginning. I put this vision out into the four directions as we traveled with the grandmothers. And I was able to receive seeds by people that are seed carriers and seed growers. And they were brought down to New Mexico here. And of course, I was guided in building a structure where they would be, they would reside, the seeds would reside. And so the seeds reside 9 feet underground. They are underground in a basement. And it took 9 months to build this structure. So I put all of these things together, you know, the 9 months, the seeds, 9 feet underground. I mean, I never planned any of this. It just, you know, it was moved by the holy ones. You know, I'm just a simple person, you know. So everything started to move like this. And then, of course, after that, I was told to make these temples of the sacred elements of life. So we have the seed temple, and then I build the water temple, and then I build the air temple, and then the fire temple, and then the earth temple. And you can, but the very, very first temple that was, how should I say, it was brought to, I brought this little Hogan house. A Hogan is a building that is octagonal. Okay, so this octagonal building, I brought it up to, I'm thinking of the word right now, up to the capacity where it could be used, okay? Because a lot of things in it did not work. And so I brought it up to code. And so the inside of the building, I painted it gold. And a dear friend did a painting of the golden child. Her name is Manouche Galgir. And so Manouche painted this painting. And while I'm still working on the land and working on the temples and working on the seed temple, she comes with this painting, very big painting. And so I said to the painting, to the golden child, I said, this is going to be your temple, this hogan. And the hogan is something like 700 square feet. So, you know, it's a little thing. But it's the temple of the golden child, and that is the little house that I do my healings and my teachings, and I do many of the seminars. Right now I am in my house because I have not used the area the time of COVID, and also we had some weather things happened. And so this spring, we're going to do some work there.
Wow, thank you so much. You know, as you were talking about the seeds and the temple, I could really feel and receive this energy of the vibration going from all these temples into the world, and also, you know, knowing that we have seeds that are carrying the wisdom of humanity, that are being cared for underground, and, you know, calling in the energy of the seeds, planting seeds for what we want to create in the future. And I would actually like to let our audience know that the free gift you have for them is a vision of the Golden Child Temple. Beautiful painting that carries these frequencies and codes that you are going to be able to feel and receive. Now, grandmother, we are coming to an end of this beautiful time together that I do not want to end. Um, I was wondering, you know, when I speak with a lot of people, they are thirsty for, you know, simple ways they can bring the divine into their lives, simple ways that they can connect with nature, with the great mother, or whatever it is for them. And I was wondering if you could share a very simple ritual using the breath to bless ourselves.
If we think of the beautiful mantra of the golden child, right? And we think of our hands. I mean, we with our hands, we have incredible capacity to do so much with them. In Central America, we bless ourselves first, and then we bless others in the family. But if we whisper, you meaning I, you are loved in your hands, and you use your breath, you are loved, as you whisper, and we could then shower ourselves with this love. And when we shower ourselves, we bring our hands all the way down into our feet. You know, always taking time for yourself. And then the next one is, there is nothing but love. And we shower ourselves with, there's nothing but love. And the third one is, love is all that there is. The beauty of the way that Spirit teaches me, they are very, very, very simple. And I love that because we don't have to make our lives so complicated. The thing is, when we receive something, is to use it. Because what we are being given is a mandate, and we have to use it and share it with others, allow them to also experience this beauty.
Wow. Yes. Thank you so much, Grandmother Flordemayo. As you were doing the ritual, I was mirroring, all your movements and words, and I could feel it brought me so much peace and like a wave of well being coming down, moving down myself. And as you were sharing, this is very simple, and it is a practice that I'm going to start
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow. It's a
Yeah.
practice that you, as our listener here, if you are here, you were called, you were invited to receive, these practices, this wisdom. And so I hope that you will be inspired by Grandmother Flordemayo's beautiful blessing of yourself first.
The the other thing that this this voice, this I say beloved mother voice, what she said to me, Flor de Mayo, humanity is made of love and light. If we can think about that, if we can hold it in our hearts, because we are in a place on the earth, all of us, it doesn't matter where we are on these crossroads, and some of us cannot see any further than, we can stretch our hand, don't know what direction, what to do, if anything. But all we need is the mantra, and to remember that if we are made of love and light, maybe we should think about that, and we won't get carried away with stuff. But if stuff meaning we want to, be able to bring into ourselves the love, the compassion, the respect, the beauty, and all of these, and to feel it in our bodies and in our minds, and not get caught up with things that, how should I say, that are destructive.
Yes.
But if all of us, imagine, if all of us, everybody that is listening, we could make a change. We could make a change. When I think of things that perhaps maybe I felt were unfair, with children, unfair meaning like not enough food. I was shown this beautiful, beautiful meditation where I traveled in the nighttime in different places around the globe, of just holding light in my hands and feeding it to the people, the light. the light out of our hands, that energy, sharing it and allowing them to take that, to to receive it, and to be able to nourish themselves with that light. We can do so many things without too much complication.
Yes. Mm.
Thank you so very much, Marie. Thank you so much. It's been a blessing to be here with you and everyone.
Thank you so much, Grandmother Flordemayo. I have no words to express our gratitude for your willingness, your generosity, your beauty, and your love. We have been blessed with your presence. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for listening and being here.
Thank you. Thank you. Much love and light to you. Thank you.
And to you, thank you as well.
Thank you.
Mm.